Today, I'll be recapping the 2022 horror thriller film Fresh, so keep your eyes wide open and stay safe. Drop a comment with your next movie request, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more recaps. Noah, a woman from Portland, is fed up with the endless parade of rude guys she meets on dating apps. She's just about ready to give up on love when she meets Steve in the supermarket. He seems different, charming, confident, and they quickly hit it off. But there's a twist in the air as their first date leads to an unexpected connection. It's like a breath of fresh air for Noah. They keep seeing each other, and before long, Steve invites her on a weekend getaway. Noah, swept up in the moment, ignores her best friend Molly's warnings and says yes. She arrives at Steve's stunning luxury home the night before their trip. Everything seems perfect until she's handed a drink. But what Noah doesn't know is that this weekend getaway is nothing like she imagined. Steve slips something into her cocktail, and just like that, she's out cold. The scene fades to black. The horror has only just begun. Noah slowly awakens, her mind groggy, and then the horrifying truth hits her. She's chained to the cold, hard floor. Panic rises in her chest as Steve enters, his calm demeanor a stark contrast to the terror she feels. From charming to chilling, he casually explains that he's a butcher, but not the kind you'd expect. He harvests human meat, selling it to wealthy cannibals who crave the finest cuts. From there, things only get worse as he informs Noah that he plans to keep her alive, slicing pieces from her body over time to keep her meat fresh. But Noah isn't alone. In the next cell, she meets Penny, a woman who's been trapped far longer than she has. Penny's words are haunting, describing how she's been repeatedly harvested and how another woman, Melissa, completely lost her mind in this nightmare. So, Noah knows she has to escape. When Steve gives her a chance to shower, Noah seizes it. She tries to make a run for it, but her attempt costs her dearly. As punishment, Steve carves a piece from her buttocks. Pain radiates through Noah's body, but it fuels a growing determination. She won't let this nightmare break her. Meanwhile, Noah's best friend Molly can't shake the feeling that something's wrong. She starts to investigate, enlisting the help of Paul, a bartender who served Noah and Steve on their first date. From a concerned friend to a determined investigator, Molly digs deeper, and her search leads her to a shocking discovery. Steve isn't who he said he was. His real name is Brendan, and he's married with kids. From there, things take a darker turn as Molly visits Brendan's wife, Anne, to expose the affair. But when Brendan shows up and denies knowing anything about Noah, the tension rises. Molly isn't backing down, so as she's leaving, she calls Noah's phone, and it starts ringing in Brendan's pocket. Anne, now fully aware that her husband's lies have been uncovered, reacts violently. She knocks Molly out cold, leaving her unconscious on the floor. And then, in a shocking moment, it's revealed that Anne wears a prosthetic leg, an eerie detail that adds a strange twist to the dark secrets hiding in this house. Noah learns a terrifying truth from Penny. She's the only prisoner who's been forced to have sex with Brendan. From being a prisoner to playing a dangerous game, Noah decides to use her allure to her advantage. She pretends to be curious about the taste of human meat, and Brendan, thinking he's won her over, invites her to share a gourmet dish of human meat. From acting interested to secretly gagging, Noah puts on a show of enjoying the meal, but secretly vomits in disgust. Meanwhile, Brendan takes Molly away for harvesting, and Noah knows time is running out. But she's ready to play her part. Brendan invites Noah to a formal dinner, giving her a pink dress to wear like a trophy. As they eat, Brendan shows her a concealed case filled with the personal belongings of his many victims, and to Noah's horror, she spots Molly's phone among the trophies. After dinner, dancing, and a carefully planned conversation, Noah persuades Brendan to let her perform a dangerous act. From pretending to be submissive to taking control, she bites him, injuring him badly. With Brendan distracted, Noah quickly helps Molly and Penny escape their cells. They use the dumbwaiter to lift Penny, who's now a multiple amputee, out of the basement. The three women fight Brendan in the kitchen, but their real battle is just beginning. From fighting to fleeing, they dash into the woods, but Brendan isn't far behind, chasing them down with a handgun. Back at Brendan's house, Paul is growing more and more worried. He hasn't heard from Molly, and her messages go unanswered. From being just a concerned friend to a man on a mission, Paul decides to track her down. Using the location of her phone, he finds himself at Brendan's house, his gut telling him something's off. But as Paul approaches, he hears gunshots in the distance, and panic sets in. From determination to doubt, he freezes for a moment, questioning whether he should get involved. So, with a heavy heart and uncertainty in his chest, Paul makes the decision to turn around and drive away, unsure of what he might be walking into. In the woods, Noah, Molly, and Penny are ready to fight for their lives. From running for their freedom to taking matters into their own hands, they make one last stand against Brendan. Noah seizes the gun and with a quick pull of the trigger, shoots him dead. But the danger's far from over. Anne arrives on the scene, finding Brendan's lifeless body. From grief to cold calculation, she orders a companion to drag his body to the walk-in freezer. But Anne isn't done yet. She searches the woods and finds Noah, her rage boiling over. Anne attacks, trying to strangle Noah with all her strength, but in a desperate move, Noah stabs Anne in the neck with car keys. As Anne stumbles back, recovering and choking on blood, she tries again to strangle Noah. From being the hunted to becoming the hunter, Molly steps in, grabbing a shovel and bludgeoning Anne to death with one heavy swing. The silence finally settles over them. Noah and Molly take a moment to breathe, their bodies exhausted but victorious. From fighting for survival to finally feeling free, Noah receives a text from a toxic man she once dated before Brendan, offering her another booty call. She looks at the message and, for the first time, doesn't even think twice before deleting it. In a chilling mid-credits scene, 5 of Brendan's clients sit around a sterile white table. From luxury to horror, the table is set with a disturbing centerpiece, bleeding human meat. They stare at it with cold, hungry eyes, their twisted desires clear. But as they reach for the meat, a sense of unease hangs in the air. From civilized to savage, the room grows heavy with the silent understanding that this dark world is far from over. The clients are ready to feast, and the cycle of horror continues. So, which awesome movie should we recap next? Drop your suggestions in the comments below and let's make it happen. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button so you never miss out on our movie recaps. We've got plenty more coming your way.